That was great timing.
Yeah.
Yo. Welcome back to another one. It's your main man, Coach Fah,
And that dude, Mr. Lewis.
and this is your weekly Candid Corner. NBA week. Let's go.
Welcome to the Candid Corner. 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 Your number one spot for hip hop, classic hip hop, today's hip hop. You talk about sports, you talk about Knicks, you talk about 76ers, you talking football, you talking about Giants, you talking Steelers. Your main spot for New York and Pennsylvania sports, baby. Right here, Coach Fah, Mr. Lewis, the Candid Corner. Real talk for real listeners. Yeah.
Yes. Got hip hop in the background and loving our hearts, man. What's happening,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen? Yo,
Peace,
everybody
peace.
out there getting ready to celebrate their holiday parties and stuff. Get in where you fit in, get down, and have your fun.
Right.
Safely though. Safely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So big Mr. Lewis, what's going on in your neck of the woods, my brother?
I can't call it busy as always. I'm dropping auditions, helping sons move out of the dorms for the,
True that.
semester holidays
For
and
the
whatnot,
holidays.
and giving fatherly advice and just the regular middle-aged dad stuff.
Living that good Lou life, I hear that. Yo, so as soon as we do the football show, so greatness for what we do for a living drops in
Word.
our laps. So without further ado,
Welcome to Headline Heat.
yeah. We got the heat, man. You know what? But before we go into that heat, before we even go into that, we'll hit it.
Want to give a special shout out and a rest in peace to my guy Hub, the original bass player of the Roots crew, legendary Roots crew. I was kind of disappointed when he wasn't a part of the late night with Jimmy Fallon lineup back in the day. Um, of course, as I said, he's bass player for the legendary Roots crew, the home band, my favorite hip hop band, which is
Rest in peace.
also backing my favorite MC, Black Thought. Also the man who made me want to start chewing chew sticks as a young boy, as a teenager and whatnot. And like just go back and listen to like the first three Roots albums to understand how impactful this man was to that band and how impactful he was to the culture. And just sending prayers and condolences to his family. Shouts to the OK Player fam. And moment of silence for that brother. Great man.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yo, I mean, I met him when I was running with the OKP crew, aka hashtag that site.
All right.
And I mean, back when I was like running through Philly a whole lot, my last couple of years in the army. And he was just so cool, man. He was literally at South Street Seaport, just chilling on the block, and we was walking past. And he was very, very cordial. It was a great time, and to hear that he has passed is quite sad, nigga. It really is.
Yeah.
And so rest in peace to Hub.
R.I.P. And also on another note, speaking of OK Player, not to jump off topic, but I was an elusive member, being I traveled and moved around a lot. I wasn't able to meet a lot of the
He was a
parents
lurker.
of the group members and whatnot.
Lurker.
But I do not remember Doja Cat in the chat boards. Do you?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Now that you say it. Now that you say it, I remember her tag.
Okay.
Wow, Doja Cat was an okay player. That's funny to me now. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because there's a video going viral online now about her giving a shout out to Little Brother and whatnot. So I just wanted to verify.
Wow. Well, it actually doesn't surprise me, though. Okay player had a lot of...
And I'm going to address that lurker comment. I was in the Midwest and no okay player events happening in Texas. So, of course, I had to be on the internet supporting things. Y'all going to get off me about this mess. I'm going to say it for the last time.
Right on. All right. So, just real quick. COVID outbreaks threaten sports.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, people out here acting like we still ain't in a pandemic, though.
You know what I mean? Telling me that masks don't work.
Yeah, I mean...
Anyway, this is not a broadcast about, COVID protocols and nothing like that. It's just, I'm wondering what the NFL... NFL and NFLPA did come out with some upgrades to their protocols via Ian Rappaport earlier today. So make sure y'all check out the rap sheet, follow him on Twitter, and you will see all the details, all the nitty gritty. And, all of a sudden, it's like, you know what I mean? Unicron.
Yeah, and like I said,
Big shouts to Optimus Prime and Ultra
no
Magnus.
medical professional or nothing, but my wife works in the medical industry, and all this talk back and forth, I'll tell you this, the ICU and the morgues being overfilled and overstocked and having no supplies and no room for regular people is being more truthful than whatever BS y'all believing in. I digress.
Yeah, I mean, had to give you that one. So, I'm with you. Now, the next piece of interesting no fire is someone actually got fired.
Yo, and I believe you called this a couple weeks ago, brother. Salute.
Yeah, man, because listen, he missed the plane, or purposely missed the plane so he could go hang out with Jane.
Yeah, turning up with Jane twerking, I guess.
Yo, and that. But then, dude, apparently he kicked a kicker. Did you hear about this? He kicked a kicker. And that's one of the main reasons why he was fired at 12:40 in midnight. You know what?
That was one of the best dad jokes I have heard all evening.
Yo, Shad was like, you know what? I can't sleep. Baby, it's 12:40 in the morning. Why can't you sleep? You know what? I have to do it. Hey, yo, Urban, yes, Shad? Yes. Urban, you're not asleep. I know. You're fired. Click. You know what I mean? Like, that's been the reason that's been causing Shad Khan to not sleep, man, is Urban Meyer. And now he's fired. He's knocked out. I did it.
Best sleep of his life afterwards, huh?
Dude, he benched the starting running back. Now, granted, the starting running back fumbled. But you bench him, and you don't tell your quarterback. Your quarterback got to call a timeout and come out the huddle to ask you where the running back is. Word, son? What?
It was like he was taunting the GM to fire him all season, huh?
You ain't gonna fire me. No, but Chad is. You keep messing around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like the Khan family is wanting for no bread whatsoever. I mean, Junior is the dude that's back in AEW. You know what I mean? So they doing it, man. So Urban Yo, and it's like, folk don't even know if he gonna get a TV spot after this, but they swear he'll get another college spot. And I know folk that are like, why? Because college is different. I was watching this documentary, man. Yo, it's cool and all, but yo, they tell a little bit of the truth, and yo, collegiate athletics is like,
To that bad, huh?
Yo, I put you on to the documentary. You let me know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is the headline heat. The Urban Meyer is toast. And now Trevor Lawrence and them have a chance. And now his commercials will make sense because he'll actually have some success.
Don't name your children Urban.
Because right now, yeah. But you know what? I'll get into that offline because that's, yeah. You see, you about to try to get me in. See, we go in a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Lewis, we go in a commercial break.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Boomer shaka laka laka. Boomer shaka laka laka. Ladies and gentlemen, from the makers of Colonial Jollof Rice comes African dance classes. We're gonna show you how to Yoruba on down.
And now, yes, Lord, it's time for some Wrestling Town.
Let's do it.
It's time for some Wrestling Town with your main man, JP the Franchise. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Wrestling Town with your boy JP from Off the Ball Network on the Candid Corner podcast, man. Shout out to Coach Fah and the gang. What's up, y'all? Let's go ahead and get into the business of things in wrestling. First things first, big news that broke out, last week. Jeff Hardy was released by WWE after an incident at a WWE event where he got a hot tag in the main event of the 6-man tag with him and Drew McIntyre, and I forgot the other person that was part of it versus the Bloodline. And when he got the hot tag, supposed to go in and do your thing, he just went into the crowd, and they called it a bad night in wrestling, and basically WWE wanted him to go to rehab, and he refused to go to rehab and got released. So there's been speculation if he's back on drugs. He looked really good when he was on the Stone Cold podcast, like he looked really sober, like he was in a very good place and everything. Like, did he relapse? Did he decided just to play like he was on drugs to get himself out of WWE because of frustration? We don't really know the circumstances regarding it, though, but he looks really healthy now. He looks sobered up. You've seen a video with him and Matt Hardy. He's talking about his upcoming tours, like his music and his painting too as well. Like, he looks really good. Like, he looks really good. He looks like he's at peace. So we don't really know the circumstances, if it's just a bad night or just he's just in so much pain because he can't do the same stuff that he used to do in the ring. So we just really don't know the details, but I'm very glad that he's in a good place, and it looks like he's very sober and everything. So hopefully Jeff comes back to the wrestling ring. Just take him over. He's probably just taking a break right now. Maybe he might go to AEW with his brother Matt, and they could do the broken Matt Hardy and Willow. I mean, that'd probably be really cool just to see, though. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see what the future holds for Jeff Hardy. And speaking of which, Kevin Owens, everybody's speculating that Kevin Owens might be out of WWE, but he signed another extension with the WWE. I guess he likes the WWE. I guess he likes where the push is going and everything, and AEW couldn't match the offer that he probably wanted to get. So WWE just did everything he could. They've been in talks since I think September or October, and he is staying with them. So I guess instead of him getting the last one as a heel and going out, he's staying with them. So congratulations to Kevin Owens, and WWE got themselves a really really good wrestler, Kevin Owens. They've got to use him a lot more, especially as a heel. Like I don't, babyface, no, he's so much better as a heel because he works so much better as a heel. Just because he could talk and he just reminds you of that old school like cocky heel when he wrestles and when he talks too as well. So, but yes, and also in other news. Hannibal, the wrestler, it was a independent wrestling show down in Texas where he was going up against Carlito, and he kind of went into business for himself, and people called him the new Jack 2021 because of the way people don't really trust him because he's not safe. He injures other wrestlers. He don't really care about the business. He care about the views he gets on YouTube. He's a famous YouTube. He gets over 300. He got over 300,000 subscribers. That's really good. That's really great. Um, and then, after the match, with Carlito, where he won the match, he goes into business, got the referee, and pulls out an iron spike and starts stabbing the referee in the head and stuff. And it was, if you haven't seen the video, if you haven't seen the video and pictures, definitely check it out. It's very graphic. Can't really show y'all, it was just really graphic just to see. And then seeing the referee's results, seeing those like holes in them stab rooms and everything. I mean, it was just uncalled for on Hannibal's part to do it. But Hannibal kind of spoke about it the next day, saying that the referee never told him to stop. So maybe the referee was going to let him know, and the referee just let him keep going. Just basically kind of just like defending himself in a way that he doesn't look bad, but it looks bad because you can't really get away with stuff like this today. There's a lot of stuff you can't get away because wrestling changed so much, and for him to do that, that was just unacceptable, and that was just kind of crazy, like I said, New Jack, would be proud if you saw this, but the owner of the independent wrestling show says that he is banned from all events and shows for that organization. Great move by the owner because if he didn't do anything about it, people are going to go after his throat. So why would you let somebody that crazy to do this? So very disappointed in Hannibal. Hopefully, action speaks louder than the words and everything. And hopefully, the more repercussions continue. Hopefully, he doesn't get booked for another wrestling show. Hopefully, he learns his lesson. You just don't do that. You just don't do that, man. You really just don't do that. Especially if you got like history of sexual harassment, other things. It's not a good look, man. Not a great look, man. Um, Also, want to go ahead and talk about the AEW, some of the AEW segment, WWE segments. We had CM, last week they were in Long Island and MJF's hometown. MJF got treated like a baby face, I mean, he was just chilled and chill. Even though he's a heel, he was chilled. And then CM Punk was a heel just for that one night because he knew they was gonna boo him. Oh, he had so much fun out there, man. CM Punk as a heel, he didn't let nothing hold back. He just went at those fans. And MJF, I just love when CM Punk is a heel because you just let him just do anything. He'll do anything. And it was just great to see that. He knew he was going to get booed. It was just so much funny. Like, he just saying, Chicago's so much better than Long Island. You're chilling for this guy. Well, really? I just love it. I really just love it. That feud, I mean, it just cannot get more. It cannot get any more like sad or worse or anything than. I mean, it's awesome, man. It is awesome. I just love the feud. Just love the feud, And then we have Edge and Miz over there in WWE, all doing their feud. That feud is going really good. I like it. I like where they're going with it, And you know, we were thinking Beth Phoenix was gonna be like a mystery tag team partner with Maurice and Miz, start double teaming and everything. And Beth Phoenix comes out, one day, and then we have a tag team match for day one. But kind of swerve on Monday night. Well, Edge was about to spill Miz, but he pulled Maurice right in front of Edge so that he doesn't spill. Smart move by the Miz, bad move by the Miz at the same time to put your lady out there before you. But they told a great story. Maurice slapped Miz, and it was out of nowhere too. Like, man, okay, so I like this. So I wonder what's this one's going next. Then we have Brock Lesnar, the farmer that he is, and all that. He could be really funny, man. I'm say he's like, look, he was having a good time out there with Sami Zayn in the wheelchair after getting crushed by Brock Lesnar last week, and yeah, Roman Reigns for the championship, and it just looked like he was just having fun out there. And Sami Zayn pretty much got F5 and ate his words and everything. So it was really funny to see. Big E. We're gonna have a fatal four-way at day 1, 2 as well for the WWE Championship with Big E, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins. As Bobby Lashley survived Monday night by facing all three of them. Well, all three of them just mess each other up and try to interfere in each other's matches. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna see a fatal four-way, so it's gonna be a really good match. So can't wait to see that. 2 heels, 3 heels, a baby face. So I really just cannot wait. Just really cannot wait for it though. But yes, that was your edition of Wrestling Town. I'm your host JP. Shout out to the Candid Quarter podcast, Coach Fah and the gang. Love y'all to death. Keep doing the good work and everything, and I'll see y'all in the next Wrestling Town. Peace. Get back to Coach Fah and the Candid Corner podcast.
From the makers of Kickin' Jeans and High Waisters comes the most sexiest collars you ever saw on a button-down shirt in your life. The Eleganza. That's right, it's sexy. It's a sexy collar. 'Cause after you done in your rumble, you gotta look good for the chicks. That's right. This is one of those wonderfully inappropriate commercials, baby. Come get your sexy collar. Come get it now. Come get it now, baby. Only $2.99.
And we are back in effect. In the building. Big shout out to JP the franchise for another marvelous Wrestling Town. And whatever was going down with that one wrestler, that sounds wild with the spike pick. Like, what are you doing?
Yo, yeah.
Come on. But he was right though. That CM Punk MJF promo was that joint in Long Island, and I got family in Long Island, so even though I don't like MJF, I'm like, watch what you say about New York, though, fam.
Yeah, I think I have a in Long Island, too. Yeah, word.
You know what I mean? So that's just where that came from. But, that great job once again. So, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah.
It's time for that good NBA in the building. Zion about to get a shot in his foot to put the nanobites.
Become a cyborg.
Yeah. You got to put the nanites. There you go. Put the nanites in the foot because the nanites is going to get into the bloodstream and connect and reinforce and help him heal faster like Bloodshot.
Yeah. This is where we at for real in real life, y'all. Like, I'm seeing.
No, I'm joking about nanites, but they said he's gonna get a shot. I'm like, there's nanites in the shot. I know it is.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you're joking because I have seen documentaries. By 2030, that's going to actually be a thing.
Well, good. Digitally fix everything. Will last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Not Sion's foot though. That's just terrible because now he's out another 4 to 6 weeks while, to see if that even works.
And see, this is also what I was leery of, being that the man, because let's keep it 100, man's built like a football player.
Yes, he is.
I was always curious. Yes, he's shorter for the average power forward, and his leaping ability is out of this world. But once again, time and science and nature will always play against you when it comes to a situation like that. I was wondering how long he could keep this up before his hips, his knees, his back, or his feet went out on him or went bad on him. Because being a dude that used to dunk on people at 5'10", 11, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. I mean, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy
at all.
And you're putting a lot of strain on a body that may not necessarily be built for the strain you're putting it through.
Exactly. And I mean, yes, you can tell he's powerful. He has that explosive ability, but it's not long lasting, if that makes sense. Like, unless you like a freak of nature, like, yeah.
Agreed, 1000%. Yo, so also this week, Steph Curry broke the record that Jesus Shuttlesworth put up long time ago. Congratulations, Steph Curry.
Big shouts. And the universe must have been looking out for me, because I just so happened to be logging on to my Hulu, and I'm like, oh snap, that game is on. And soon as I clicked on, it went live. You see the shot going and splash, and the crowd's going wild. I'm like, wow, I had the most perfect timing in the world.
So the only reason why you tuned into a Knicks game was to see Steph Curry shoot that three?
Hey, do you see what is behind me, sir? Like, yeah. I gotta walk these Pennsylvania streets. I can't be out here looking like a traitor.
State behind you. I don't see Charlotte behind you. Yeah, no.
But yeah, man, big shout out to Steph Curry.
Nah,
and I mean, it's historical to do it in MSG, y'all. Let's keep it 100. It's not about being on the Knicks. It's like Madison Square Garden is
that's where we play.
So
it's about. It's always.
Word up.
It wouldn't have mattered if he shot it. If he shot 2 more baskets, 2 more 3-pointers the game before, wouldn't have mattered. Not as much. You know what I mean? But because Spike got to act like a little bitch, and because Reggie Miller got to take pictures, and because Jesus Shuttlesworth was in the building, you know what I mean? It's all about MSG. And speaking
made
of
it perfect if Denzel showed up. I'm sorry, he got game with my favorite basketball.
Nah. I'm laughing because I'm like, ain't he still in jail?
Yo, he let him come out and put him with the chains.
So this leads me to this that I'm gonna talk about, because keeping it real, certain people last week decided to clown the Knicks because we didn't draft Steph Curry. Notice, our pick was 8th. He went 7th. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people did not, 6 teams, or 5 teams twice, because one is twice. 5 teams did not pick Stephen Curry.
Yeah, I mean, whoever.
5 teams. This dude's going to the Hall of Fame. Why are you not laughing at them? I mean, somebody was in like, Blake Griffin had a good career. Blake Griffin was oft injured, and they always came up short with the Clippers.
Yeah. And
now he's in the Nets being Karl Malone on the Lakers. You know what I mean? Hasheem Thabeet ain't even in the league no more.
Nope.
Would you rather draft James Harden or Steph Curry?
Yeah.
And what's funny is, they drafted James Harden, and he's playing with KD and couldn't win. And Steph Curry won the chip with KD. So that's funny to me. Tariq Evans, decent player, not in the league no more. Ricky Rubio never ever lived up to expectations. Been traded to more teams in a little bit. Johnny Flynn, not in the league no more.
I say who?
Steph Curry. Exactly. Now, I'm not necessarily glad that we picked Jordan Hill over DeMar DeRozan. But I really need to go. I have to date this. I need to know when this happened, because if this was during the time that Melo was there, then that's why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that answers that. And then Brandon Jennings, yuck. The whole top 10 that year is suspect in a big dog. If you really, really look at it. But my thing is, at the end of the day, why are you worried about the fact that we didn't jump up to go get him? And then you forget that, like, for the first 3-4 years of his career, his ankles were horrible. And he was always out. He able to finish his degree because he was out of the league so much, dealing with the recovery from his ankles.
Yeah, and like anybody could foresee that he was going to be the greatest shooter in NBA history at that point.
I mean, and honestly, this is where folk gonna get at me, because I can't say that. He is the best shooter of this era, no doubt. But the NBA wasn't a three-focused thing back in the day. If Ray had the same freedom as these cats, I have no idea how many daggone threes he would have put up. Pistol Pete, you could say that too. I mean, you got Alex English, you got Del Curry, the daddy spawn of it all. And he was the prettiest three-point shooter I had ever seen. But those eras were not built for you to shoot from far. Them things was built, kick that ball down into the paint, to the center, to the power forward, let them get busy, and then they kick it out to you. And if you're out there, you're our three-point specialist. If they had free range to take the ball, dribble from wherever they wanted to, shoot the ball, I'm just saying, it's hard for me to say all time in the NBA especially because of the way in which the game changed during certain segments of the league. You know what I mean? So, and it's not hate, it's just the game was not played a certain way, the way it's played now. If the game was played with this free, open, shoot the three whenever, when, as Charles Barkley said, when bums could shoot threes with the green light, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm glad he did what he did, and I'm glad that, you know, he broke the record for this era, and that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's absolutely what's up. But I can't say GOAT because I've seen that GOAT conversation thing start. I can't say GOAT. I can't say GOAT to any of it because the era that who, in my opinion, the best to ever do it was Bill Russell. But Bill Russell's era was wild different from Kareem's era, which is wild different from Jordan's era, which is wild different from LeBron's era. You know what I mean? So, it's cool. Records are made to be broken, and, you know, controversy, you know, sells records. So, there that go. Congratulations, Curry. I think your daddy could have broke your record if he had the chance. As Mr. Lewis looks at me with the ugliest of frowns.
No, I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Oh, I'm finished.
All right. Congratulations, Steph Curry. Once again, rest in peace, Leonard Hubbard, longtime bassist, legendary Roots Crew. I didn't say his full name earlier.
So that's what you want to get back to. Respect to him. Yo, is Anthony Davis falling the fuck off?
I don't know what's going on with that brother, man.
The wheels are coming. I mean, maybe he's suffering. I mean, and I know Chris Bosh will get mad at me for saying this, but maybe he's suffering from Chris Bosh-isms.
Oh, wow.
You've been around LeBron. You're doing all the heavy lifting enough that you kind of not only regress, you forgot kind of how to be you because you've deferred to him for so long. And now you're struggling trying to find you again when you know, honestly, you can only be you again for a short while before you got to defer again and let him eat. I don't know. What do you think?
Could be. Maybe now that he's gotten a ring or two, he's ready to move on. But those would argue, too, that is kind of like that problem with stacked teams to begin with. You have all these great players, and then nobody gets to truly shine like they should.
But he's like the anchor. He betrayed the Pelicans to get on this team to win a chip with LeBron. And going into this season, it was a lot of folk were thinking they were the fast track to the Western Conference Finals. The only thing that had to happen was AD had to play like All-Star AD. That's it. If he did that, pew. But he's not doing that. I don't know. Folk are like, is he even top 5? Is he top 10? I've even heard folks say, take him out of that top 75.
Oh, wow.
Yo. You know what I mean? So, it's interesting.
Looks like Sonny Brown got some showing and proving to do.
That's what it sounds like to me, Lou. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely on that 35, going on 36-minute hour. This half hour flew by. This is a great conversation, a great time. So I thank y'all yet again for tuning in to the Candid Corner with your man, Coach Fah.
And that dude, Mr. Lewis.
Who has the show Chivalry on Mondays. Check it out. Make sure 8 o'clock Monday night, tune in.
Yes, y'all. You know how to do. Like, subscribe, follow, share. Go to the site. Watch the replays. Get some merch and all that good stuff. And we catch y'all next week, right?
We catch y'all next week, baby.
Peace and love.
Peace and love and happiness, nappiness, the whole 9. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Candid Corner.
We out.
Welcome to the Candid Corner. Welcome to the Candid Corner. Welcome to the Candid Corner.
Welcome to the Candid Corner, your number one spot for hip-hop, classic hip-hop, today's hip-hop. You talk about sports, you talk about Knicks, you talk about 76ers, you talking football, you talking about Giants, you talking Steelers. Your main spot for New York and Pennsylvania sports, baby. Right here, Coach Fah, Mr. Lewis, the Candid Corner, real talk for real listeners.